Occidental Petroleum went up by 3.48% on Friday's trading session, going from a price of $61.8 to $63.95 as Christmas comes closer. So where's the stock headed? Stay focused as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, Warren Buffett and his company Berkshire Hathaway are set to receive $900 million in dividend income from OXY. Berkshire owns about 194 million of OXY, and with the global oil crisis intensifying, oil companies such as OXY are bound to grow. The company has a market cap of about $56 billion at the time of making this video, giving room for a few 100% of growth. The trading volumes have lowered significantly, so a spike might be in line as the new year approaches, and it could take the price up a few dollars. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for OXY, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. Now, right off the bat, I have some good news for OXY holders. As you guys can see right here, we're building a bullish trend. I'm sorry I said building instead of building. I was just so lost in the moment. But at the same time, you can see that over here, we did build a bullish trend, and right now is the best time to buy, in my opinion, not financial advice, because as you guys can see, this is the bottom of the bull trend. So if we are to abide by this bull trend, and if we were to continue it, we would likely bounce off of this point, and that's, of course, in my opinion, a great thing, right? And of course, we do have New Year and Christmas approaching, and by the time you're watching this, it's probably already Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And of course, we have New Year approaching, and a lot of people will be buying up their stocks, and a lot of companies will be buying up stocks as well as the closing comes closer. So, well, that's a pun. At the same time, if I were to give you guys a target, I believe that $80 will likely be the next zone, because as you guys can see, we did get resisted in the $76 range for the previous two times. So if we were to break it this time, we'd likely get resisted around $80 or $82, right? So in my opinion, the next target can easily be $76, because that will probably be hit and as well as broken, right? So that would indicate an upside of about 20% in somewhat, a time span of, let's say, 60 days, I guess. That should be a good guess. It will take about 50 or 60 days to complete this window. And of course, after that, we will get the earnings report over here on February 13th or 14th. 14th February, that's Valentine's Day. Once we get the earnings report, which I believe will be great, right? That's when we can really expect it to break all limits and go for 88, 86, and then continue with the bullish trend finally as it gets a pullback after the earnings report. So I believe that from here onwards, up until the earnings report, we'll likely get a bullish movement, right? So the chart will probably go up and up and up. Now, of course, the Warren Buffett factor does quite a few things to a stock, but it's again nothing that can change the company's fundamentals. And as for Occidental Petroleum, they have great fundamentals, and that, of course, is one of the reasons why Warren Buffett is buying into the stock and why he already invested such a huge chunk in this, into this company. And in my opinion, I personally believe that in the next 5 years, Oxy might be one of the best performing oil companies in the world. So that would probably put it around a price of about, from the current $63, I'll probably give it a 5-year price prediction of $300, right? That's a 373, pretty much 400% move to the upside, and that would indicate that the company will have a market cap of about, let's see, about $250 billion, I guess, about $300 billion, somewhere around that. It is very much possible, considering two things, right? First up, if you're talking about oil, let's say that our oil imports decline, and at the same time, our oil production was to rise, and we were to, get our own oil and stuff like that, and the government, of course, was to support oil mining companies. That would be the best scenario for Oxy to grow. And at the same time, if other countries were to purchase from Oxy as well, that would be just another opportunity for it to grow. And, oil in general is a sector that's depreciating in terms of available assets and at the same time increasing in terms of price, because, of course, demand and supply, the demand is still high, the supply is decreasing, right? So that's why I believe Oxy might be able to benefit from this entire oil crisis that's going on right now. But now coming back to the technical part, apart from fundamentals, we can see that over here on Friday's trading session, we did go up by 3.48%, which is again pretty good. If we look at some patterns that we're building, we did build a reversal pattern over here, right? But it did not work out as we already kind of discarded it by hitting the same level over here. But at the same time, this $64 resistance is bugging me, right? If something were to kind of ruin this bull trend, it would either be $64 or around $66. These are two important resistance levels that we need to break in all terms if we want to go up and kind of continue this bull trend that we've built. Now, of course, this is one of the most perfect bull trends that I've seen in a while, and of course, that too in a bearish market. And that is simply stunning. That's simply beautiful, amazing, right? Every good thing in the world, every good word in the world. Now, not to exaggerate, but I personally am bullish. I already told you that my price target for 1 year would likely be around $94, $95, I guess. Because of course, once we finish this bull trend off, which would likely be around March next year, I believe, that's when we'll probably get a pullback, come around here, get a few sideways movements, right? After that, we might take some time and a few more pullbacks to get back into this range and get into $94, $95, probably $100, right? With that, of course, I am bullish on the stock, but if we want to analyze it further, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart, so let's do that. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can see that over here, first up, we did build a bull trend on the 1 hour chart as well, which is again beautiful, right? We can see that for the past 2 days, or rather, yeah, the past 2 days, we've kind of hit this bottom over here at $60.65. So let's mark that, right? That's pretty much our base. And from then on, we've only gone up, forming a bullish trend on the short term. If we talk about percentages, we've gone up by about 5.5% from the, why did I do that? From the bottom that we hit over here. So in my opinion, as I already told you, the stock is definitely bullish. And even if we look at this past bearish movement that we got, right, it's just a pullback and it's just a part of the bigger scheme, because we can see that we did not make a lower low over here, right? So if we were to talk about some more levels, I believe 62.75 and somewhere around here, around 64.5. And of course, I already gave you the $64 level and the $66 level. These are important levels in my opinion, and you can mark them on your chart and analyze the stock accordingly, right? So at the same time, if we were to talk about what's going to happen on Tuesday, in my opinion, we likely will get a uptrend on Tuesday as well. So if we get a gap up, now here are two scenarios, right? First up, if we want to go up, we will need to get a gap up above the first support. So where's the first support? Let's see over here. So we have a support around 64.25, another one around, now of course not support, it's resistance, I'm sorry for that, kind of missed it, and over here at 64, but that won't really matter because we're already really close to it. So probably if we get a gap up above 64.25, right, that's when I believe that's what it will be a great bull trend opportunity, and it will likely push the stock beyond the $65 price. And once that happens, well, it's only bullish from there onwards, because we will likely break the $66 resistance as well. With that, let's get into the chart that I'm really excited about, and that of course is the 5-minute chart. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that we've built a bull trend on the short term as well. And this is likely how OXY will function all its life, right? We can see that over here, we did build a bull trend. We got a lot of selling pressure, right? We took the stock first from a price of 61.27 to a price of 63.8, going up by 4%. And after that, we fell down by about 5.2%, after which, of course, we hit a bottom, and now we're on our way to make a new high. We've recovered already in the matter of just a few days, right? We fell down over here on 22nd December, and we've already recovered by 23rd December. And now, as for 27th December, once we get a gap up above 64.25, we likely will get hit by 64.5 and come back down for support to 64.25. Once that happens, in my opinion, we probably will get supported over here because, of course, people are really looking forward to this bullish trend, to this bull trend, and they're really hopeful about the stock as well, right? So I believe that investors, traders, holders, everyone who, even has touched the Oxy Petroleum stock is bullish at the moment, and even short sellers must be really afraid, even though I doubt that there are many, right? Because it's such a strong company fundamental wise that I don't really see anyone shorting this company for any good reasons. Now, if we talk about what's exactly going to happen on Tuesday, right? I believe that we will likely start the day off in a gap up, as I already told you, and then take support over here at 64.25 again, go up, and towards the end of the day, we'll likely witness a sell-off. So, over here, we'll likely touch 65.25 or 65.5 and sell off and get around $65. So my prediction for Tuesday remains at, we'll close around the $65 range, but at the same time, you will have to kind of carefully look at where the pre-market is headed. Now, let me quickly pull up the aftermarket session so we can see what might be a possibility for the pre-market, right? So first up, we can see that over here on the aftermarket, we did get a natural pullback, right? So it's not that big of a problem, and we likely will continue the bull trend. Now, if we were to get a gap down as well, there is still a possible scenario that will be bullish, even if we get a gap down. So, hear me out real quick. If we were to get a gap down, above, slightly above our S1, which is around 63.75. So as long as we get a gap down, which is close to 63.8, we likely will get a bull run towards the end of the day, or even, after the first few candles, we should be able to get a few good candles towards the upside of, some buying pressure, and then we might continue with a further escalated bull trend and end the day off finally around again the $65 range. With that, remember that this most definitely is not financial advice, and I could be wrong, so you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stox 101, for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.